All right, so we're live in Las Vegas. Had a chance yesterday at the NFT Mansion party to meet probably one of the more interesting people I've come across in a long time. And he happens to be from Chicago, my hometown. Now he's doing something that I didn't quite get right away, but it is epic. It is a game changer. These next 15 minutes, listen attentively, because this guy has found something that can help most business owners, if not all of them. He's Benno Quigley.
That's right. That's right. And it was awesome seeing you at the mansion. I mean, that's pretty amazing what you're doing there as well.
Got a shout out to Nick Marietta.
That's right.
He's disrupting the hell out of real estate.
And I love it. I love those type of things. And that's really what I feel I'm a disruptor here.
I think you are.
Yeah.
I think what are you disrupting, though?
Well, that's the thing is I really didn't, when I got introduced to this space, okay, this.
When you say this space, talk about
Yeah, it's called tax credits.
Tax credits.
It's I've never even heard those two words put together.
I'll be honest with you. It's rare that they
Right,
are.
okay, tax credits. So I got introduced to it about 6 months ago, and I got it right away. So I was a mortgage broker at one point. I did drop out of college and started working at IBM at age 19.
Shout out to all the college dropouts.
That's right. I had a full ride scholarship too. And this is back in 1994, 95-ish, when there really wasn't an internet yet. But I did wake up hungover at the baseball house, as I say, and saw DeVry Institute of Technology. And I don't know if you knew there was a DeVry out on Swift Road out there in Addison area, suburbs of Chicago. And I said, Mom, Dad, I'm quitting. I'm going to go to DeVry. And I'm going to learn about this thing called the computer and internet. And they're like, what are you talking about? Everyone thought it was crazy. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I think we're all going to use it someday.
Yeah.
So
it kind of caught on.
It did. It's something that is around. And, as an entrepreneur, I didn't really realize my gifts. I was a D- student. You would think I was not intelligent, but my sister, she was valedictorian in the class. That's 2 years younger than me. She's a veterinarian now.
Shout out to your smart sister who's fixing puppies.
That's right. That's right. She's a veterinarian. And really, honestly, I was bored in class. So anybody that is not a good student, if you will, I bet you're pretty creative on other things. So I learned real quick. I got a job at IBM right away at age 19, and I create algorithms. That's my little jam. And, an algorithm is nothing.
Shout out to all the jam I've eaten on my toast and bagels.
That's right. And Goodwill Hunting basically is the best way to describe it. I could take a whiteboard and just start creating. And I got in the mortgage space. And the reason why that's important, that led me to this whole development with the tax credit. It's very intuitive.
What's the tax credit called, by the way? You said you called it something.
Yeah, so I was kind of holding that back for a second there, but it's called the Employee Retention Tax Credit. And it was part of the COVID-19 pandemic reliefs. And everyone knows about the PPP loan, okay, the Payment Protection Plan from the SBA. And
shout out to all the people that got those loans illegally.
Yeah, right. Well, whatever, I mean, either way, I love our country. I don't trust our government. I'm just going to be honest. And I know how hard it is being a small business owner, more than ever. I mean,
more than ever.
Quality of employees is one. No offense to anyone that's sitting on the couch and not choosing to work.
Actually, let's offend those guys.
Let's offend them.
Yeah,
right.
Get off the couch.
You got to do
Quit
something.
living off your mom.
Yes, please.
Move the fuck out of the house.
I appreciate that.
There you go.
And so what happens is that the CARES Act back in March of 2020 came out with $2.2 trillion for all of us as U.S. citizens. But they had two programs for small business owners. And one was called the PPP. It's a loan. You brought in your payroll, some 941s, and they gave you a loan. And if you used the money for payroll and business expenses, you could get forgiveness. Great. Well, guess what? 90% of the business owners out there in America did get that. But there was also $400 billion put inside the Employee Retention Tax Credit Program, or ERC, or ERCT. Okay, TC, okay? And the guidelines said if you got a PPP, you cannot get ERC. So our government put $400 billion into a program that no one could get until they changed the guidelines. They've amended it 3 times, loosening the guidelines. There is a revenue drop. I have businesses literally every day that my company, which is erctree.com, erctree.com, and it's like Lending Tree. Because when I was introduced to this, I had one firm I was referring. I started out with my warm market, physicians, because I did elevate. So I got in the mortgage industry real quick, killed it, and then the crash happened. And guess what? Back in 2007 and 8, there was no PPP, No ERC.
Shout out to Lehman Brothers.
Yeah, thank you,
Rest
Lehman
in
Brothers.
peace.
Oh, geez. You know, when I saw that coming, I had moved to Arizona. I lived in LA for a little bit. We had a snowstorm, and you know 'em, in Chicago, and I just couldn't take it anymore. And I said, I'm out. So moved to LA and then moved over to Scottsdale. Love Arizona. Back in Chicago right now. Moving corporate offices to the 99th floor of the Sears Tower. I still call it Sears Tower. We'll always call it the Sears Tower.
What do they call it now?
The Willis Tower. Yep.
Shout out to Willis. What you talking about?
That's right. You know, and that was the thing back with IBM. I created an algorithm that steers all the computers. You know, we all bought a Gateway, a Compaq, Acer, something like that, and I ran the group. But I had a different way of doing things. We ran around with Rand McNally books back then.
So tell us a little bit about the details of what ERC is, because it sounds cool. There's $400 billion, but if I run a business, what does that do
so
for me?
Let's just use you. You're a business owner. You have 10 employees. It goes up to 500. Okay, employees full time. What I've done is I've selected the firms that specialize in the tax credit filings. They generally just work with Fortune 500, large corporations that get research and development, energy, and other government tax credits. See, large corporations know what tax credits are because they get them every year. But small and mid-sized employers, they get nothing. They don't get tax credits. So local accountants don't do tax credit filings. They don't understand tax credit filings. They're like a general practicing physician, okay? And that's what they do. And then you get referred to a specialist. So after the mortgage crash, I became an orthopedic rep. I've been in thousands of surgeries. Got so good, man. I had surgeons 2 hours north, south, east, west of me in Chicagoland area, wanting me I was there in surgery. And that was crazy. So as a college dropout, I was very proud of finding things that I enjoyed. And this is my biggest one, my biggest passion project ever, because I love helping small business owners because it's so hard.
So talk a little bit about what small business owners need to do.
That's right. So what they do is they go to erctree.com, okay, and they can fill out a contact us form. And I have different, we call them, ERC experts that will pre-qualify them. 99% of the businesses now qualify. So the guidelines are this. If they had a revenue drop of 50% or more in 2020 in any quarter, that qualifies them. That's very, very hard. Most businesses did not have that, or they're out of business now. If they are a business that did go out of business in 2020 or 21, even though they're out of business, we could still file ERC, even though if their doors are shut. You still get them a clawback. Maybe they can restart, or if not, they get that money. It's a refund of the payroll taxes they've already paid in. So 2021 is a 20% drop in any quarter, Q1, 2, 3, 4. It's really Q1, 2, and 3. Startups, though, anybody that started a business after February 15, 2020, they can get up to $50,000 a quarter, no guidelines. They don't have any revenue drop, no mandate issues, things like that.
Wait, what year?
Yeah, if they start February 15, 2020, and they have W-2 employees, they can get up to $50,000 a month, Q2, 3, and 4 of 2020, and Q1, 2, 3, and 4 of 21. So it's up to $350,000 to a startup person. That's huge. Okay.
Wow.
And so there's that for you guys right there. A lot of people don't know that either, that understand the ERC space.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think any business out there, it would just behoove them to just find out what you can do for them, because it sounds like whether you're a startup or an existing business, there's something you can get them.
Well, and this is the thing. So why not? Who doesn't want to pay less taxes? Okay, raise your hands. Anyone listen to this right now?
Hold on 1 second. Oh, God. Scott raised his hand.
Yes. Okay, but pay less taxes, but get a refund of the taxes you've already paid in. That's all this is. But our specialized firms, so I went and found the top firms in the country that specialize. They all duke it out. They all have, fees that range between, it could be down to 1% fee up to a 20% fee. Okay, I was introduced to a firm that was what we call a mill or a pop-up firm. They were using the quality of an H&R Block tax preparer. Nothing against you guys, but you're not a tax credit specialist. You should not be filing tax credits, amending 941s, and doing all this. And for example, one of my friend's uncles owns a bakery in San Francisco. 120 employees. His accountant filed their ERC. They got him $300,000. I said, no, uncle, no. Give me their documents. They didn't even collect all the proper documents. The accountant didn't. And we now have them getting $2.3 million. We're re-amending the amended 941s and getting them an extra $2 million.
That's fucking impressive.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
So it sounds like you can help almost 99% of all
Yes.
businesses out there.
And we don't charge anything. Our service is free. To get the quotes, it's free. And then if they even choose to file with one of the firms, it's free. They don't have to pay out of pocket. I mean, and then they just pay once they get the checks. Anybody with about
So you take a percentage of what you collect.
the firms pay me a referral. That's all I'm doing is I'm helping generate it. So, law firms and your financial planners and all that, they are excellent at marketing themselves. Accounting firms are not great at marketing themselves. So we are the
Shout out to all the accounting firms that are boring as fuck.
Yeah, you guys are super smart, and I love you guys. It's been really fascinating listening and learning. I've never thought I'd read the IRS's website like I have the last few months. it's
Said nobody ever.
Yeah, so there you go. I've actually read the website a couple times because anything that I get passionate about, like orthopedics, honestly, when I started as an orthopedic rep, I forgot there was an ulna. And I did.
There's a
forgot
what?
There's two bones. There's two bones here. There's two bones.
Oh, yeah.
Ulnar and radius, right?
Yep.
So, distal radius fractures and stuff. And now, I mean, I can go to a third world country and be a pretty crappy orthopedic surgeon, but I've been in thousands of surgeries. And so with this, it's the same thing. I got to learn the whole space. And now the biggest thing is, even if someone doesn't have their own small business with W-2 employees, and we'll do one. You got one W-2 employee that's full-time, churches, nonprofit.
Shout out to all the businesses that have one W-2 employee.
We can get you up to $26,000.
By the way, that includes all you OnlyFans girls.
That's right. That's right.
Somebody's got to hold the camera.
Someone please hold the camera.
All right, so how can people reach you?
So erctree.com, fill out the contact us form, and if you want to be a referring affiliate, it's free to be that.
Can they have dinner with you tonight over at the Wynn at Casa Playa?
I can't wait for that tonight. It's going to be fun.
He's Ben Quigley. Ben O'Quigley, right?
Ben O'Quigley.
Ben O'Quigley. He is the luckiest charm of them all.
But referrals, we pay a 10% referral. I pay 80% of the commissions out that I receive. We help nonprofits. There's fundraisers. There's so much. There's $350 billion to
So you're
get.
looking for independent contractors that
Anybody wants to be an affiliate.
Side hustle.
Side hustle. Referral. All you do is
Where
referral.
are all my side hustlers?
Who wants to make, so about every 40 employees, you're going to make about 15 to 20 grand.
Not bad, right?
Just for a referral.
All right. If you're looking for a side hustle, call Ben. He's the luckiest charm of them all.
Oh,
All right. Thanks,
awesome.
buddy.